Okay. So, hi, Jill Blades from
Hello.
DPLA.
Oh, hello. Thank you for having me.
Oh, well, thank you for being here. So you are from the DPLA, which stands for the Digital Public Library of America, right?
Great job.
And thank you. And you're going to talk about the DPLA Exchange today. And
Yeah.
I'm super excited to hear about this.
Yeah.
So what can you tell me about the DPLA Exchange?
And I could show you some too if you'd like.
That'd be fantastic.
The DPLA Exchange is the only not-for-profit ebook purchasing website for SimplyE libraries. And we're trying to do some new stuff to make ebooks more accessible to patrons everywhere, not just power users, not just bestseller titles. We want to get books to the masses, so we've got some new ideas for that.
That's fantastic. So when you say it's a purchasing marketplace for the SimplyE libraries, that means that any SimplyE library can go on to the DPLA Exchange and buy content and it will integrate into their SimplyE collection?
Yes, that is what I mean. And so they would establish a partnership with the Digital Public Library of America at no cost, free to the library, and then we would create a user ID for them, for the collection development librarian, and get them started, get them trained if they need it. It's a pretty straightforward collection development website, and then and let them have at it.
Awesome. And so what kind of, I'm sure you have a lot of different kinds of publisher agreements. What are the terms for a lot of these different books?
Would you like for me to share my screen and show you?
I would love that.
Okay, great. Oh, it says screen sharing is disabled.
Oh, wait, all right. Let me make you I'll make you a co-host and then you should be able to do that.
Thank you. I like admin.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Perfect.
Right now I'm on a lyricist screen that everyone should know about. And I'm going to move over to the Digital Public Library of America, the DPLA Exchange, and you can just get there by going to exchange.dp.la.
Okay.
And this is what it looks like. And I would love to show off a new publisher that we just got to sign on for some new license models. But here I can show you on the front page, we have everything from the top 5 publishers to all kinds of unique small publishers. You can see these Baldacci and James Patterson titles here. So we are here to provide everything ebook and audiobook for a library.
So you work out these agreements on behalf of the libraries, and then are the agreements, like I'm just wondering, are the agreements for each publisher spelled out for the collection development library, or are they different for each publisher, or what can you tell me about that? Am I getting too nitty-gritty here?
That is nitty-gritty, but librarians love nitty-gritty. I don't mean to stereotype, but like I know them. So why don't I show them to you and I'll answer. There are some that are similar to each other and some that are different. Does that make sense? Those are just words.
Yeah, I'm imagining that it's different for each publisher, probably. I'm guessing, maybe not.
It's not. So let me show you, and then I'll tell you where there are some samenesses and some differences as well. So Ideas Roadshow is this great new, well, it's a nonfiction publisher new to the DPLA Exchange. I'm really excited to tell people about it.
What kind of type, is that like Antiques Roadshow? I don't know. I do.
Well, it's a roadshow.
Okay.
Nobody's grandma's hutch, though.
Okay.
So this author, Howard Burton, he himself is an accomplished physicist, and he created his own research institute in Canada, and he had such success with the outreach program of his research institute that he could tell that the general public just has an appetite for conversations and information that's easily digestible, but about some intricate, tough subjects, things that I might
Yeah.
find interesting. Um, Here's a great one. Astrophysical wonders, which I might not ordinarily be able to delve into something so gritty. So
Yeah.
this is more publisher specific, but Mr. Burton or Dr. Burton has traveled all around and had these great conversations with academics, people who are specialists in their fields, and then created these books in language that is easy for the general public to understand. So, teen through adult is how this would skew.
Cool.
And this is an example.
Oh, I see. There we choose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's 3 license models that are available here. One is for unlimited loans. That's perpetual ownership forever. The library would always own that license.
Okay.
Another possibility is 40 loans. So the book would expire, but it allows 10 concurrent loans at a time. So this is great for discussion groups or other nonfiction publishers. It's really great for how-to or
makerspace kind of things, I would imagine.
COVID style makerspace. Make it in
Yes.
your space.
Yes.
And then I'm loving this newest model that we've cooked up. 5 loans, 5 concurrent loans. That's usually for much less, just a fraction of the price of the other 2 models.
Yeah.
And that is just a great way to try a book before committing to something permanent. And I've seen prices much lower than $8.97 too. So that is similar to other publishers like Workman Press. They have some really great adult fiction, adult nonfiction, and kids stuff too. But I love their adult nonfiction, especially crafting, makerspace. So they offer the unlimited loans 1 at a time, 40 loans, 10 concurrent loans. Abrams is the same there, famous for their kids series and their adult series too, but Diary of a Wimpy Kid, that's something that it's an evergreen series. Every library wants a copy. You couldn't always make room on a physical shelf at every branch for a physical copy, so why not have 1 perpetual copy of every book in the series for your library? So I love that about Abrams. And then the independent publisher group, IPG, they've made over 100 smaller publishers available to us with these 3 license models. The 2 first ones that we established, and then this new one, the 5 loans, 5 concurrent. So that's something they're doing. And we're working on new publishers with unique license models all the time. We also offer packages, big packages from various publishers for perpetual ownership titles with simultaneous use. We offer those right now through Bibliolabs, and you can purchase them through DPLA and make them available on SimplyE.
Awesome.
Yeah. And so that's something that right now is not in the exchange, but I'd be happy to put together a package specific to a library's needs there.
Sure. So if a library is in like a statewide collection, for example, and that's how they first got into SimplyE was because their state library was putting this together, can they still work with DPLA on their own if they want to augment their SimplyE collection?
Yes, you sure can, because you can stream, the library's purchases, the public library's purchases together with the state collection. That's the magic of SimplyE. It's taking that vendor branding out of the reader experience. Why would a patron ever need to know who sold the book to the library? They just need to open the app, see all the books available. They don't care who bought it. They're here to read. So yes, they would all just show up together for the patron there. So I would encourage any library to if they have the funds, let's start experimenting with these other license models.
Yeah. And I was going to also ask, okay, so what's the benefit for the library to going through DPLA? Give me your pitch.
Okay, so I feel like I've pitched a little here with these interesting license models, but another pitch that I would consider is that we are a digital only library.
Mm,
We are here to support libraries. That's all we do. When you invest in DPLA, we are not for profit. You are reinvesting in your own library. We have our cultural heritage half that was the origination of the DPLA, and I think a lot of people are familiar with what we're doing there. We had our Black women's suffrage collection, or yeah, I guess we could call it a collection, unveiled in October. That was a huge endeavor that Shanae Moraine put together with 6 partner libraries. And that work is ongoing. So we want to put this work back into the library space.
that's fantastic.
Yes. And then, I mean, I would also say that not-for-profit model, when we talk about building a collection, we're not interested in just selling 80 copies of one popular title to keep that holds queue built out. If we can keep that holds queue smaller so a library can buy a larger variety of books, that's what we're here to do. Let's try it out.
Yeah, and let's talk about that whole idea of like what makes a bestseller, because, with the vendor products, people are generally pushed into these kind of bestseller titles that have huge holds queues. But really, it's interesting when you look at the books that people want to read. They don't care necessarily. They just want a good book. Like you just said, they don't care what vendor. They also don't necessarily care if it's on the New York Times bestseller list. They just like want to have a good book. So It's this whole kind of exposing people maybe to more than just the top 10 or top 20.
Right. So, could be a very big philosophical discussion about like what makes a bestseller. Is it because that author's publisher paid a whole bunch of money to get them on the Today Show, or that there was enough buzz created by some viral situation that they also got on the Today Show? So, I mean, I would never want to speak ill about best-selling authors, but I think there's a lot of very, very good material out in the world that is less discovered. And so some of that magic of SimplyE is being able to, the library can set it so that a patron is only seeing at first books that are available for checkout.
Yeah.
So automatically, those shelves are not populated with the titles that have holds queues, and that keeps everything discoverable. There's no hidden gems way down in the digital shelf. So I think that's a great part of SimplyE. Yep.
Yeah. Awesome. So let's see, if people want, what's the step again, if people want to place an order or get set up with the exchange?
Let's do it. So I'm going to show you. Let's go. Oh, I'll show you all my let's go to ebooks.dp.la.
Okay.
Sorry if you had to see my search history there.
Oh, I wasn't even looking.
Oh no. Anyone in the future though too. Okay, so ebooks.dp.la. Here you can go to join our ebook community. You can join our mailing list. You can learn more about SimplyE and the whole Library Simplified project. But I tell you, a really fast way to get it done is to email me, jill@dp.la. And I'll send you some forms. everyone loves to fill out forms,
Yeah, they
but
do.
it's just two simple forms. And that will establish a partnership between the DPLA and your library through our ebook efforts.
Mhm.
And then I would create a login for you on the Exchange.
And then people just go through and do they pay, like you build them and all of that gets worked out, or?
All of that gets worked out. I think it would be something that feels like a typical experience to anyone who does library purchasing.
Yeah.
We can set up your billing how you like. I think what's most typical for ebooks, because we're not waiting for something to be shipped to
Right.
generate an invoice, monthly invoicing has tended to work out best for
Okay.
most libraries.
I'm just trying to think of what questions people might have as we're going through this.
Here's a question I would have. If I were at a state library, especially, but also busy public libraries, I don't have staff to just sort through your beautiful website and pick out books all day.
What can
And
you do about that?
what I could do about that is we have a curation core of librarians from all across the country
Okay.
who, yeah, I can stop sharing my screen now so people can see our faces there.
Mhm.
The curation core of librarians is here for you. So they are here to um, put together some custom lists or carts for your library based on your criteria at absolutely no cost to the library. That's a service we want to be able to provide no matter the size or budget of your library. We're here for that.
Very cool, like personal shopping.
Yes, like Nordstrom. Yes,
Right.
you're right.
Right. Awesome. Well, I don't have any other questions, and you've been very thorough. So if people want to learn more, they email Jill at dp.la. Right?
Yes.
All right. So I'm going to stop recording and you can say bye to the people before I
Oh,
stop.
thank you, people, for having me. I look forward to speaking with you.
Awesome. Okay. Stop recording.